after the other night in Phoenix, coming into this game, the confidence level that this team is playing with right now compared to that 11-game gauntlet in 20 days, the tweaks, the adjustments. Can you just talk about, the differences that you're seeing and that you're enjoying not having to sort of cringe during games at?
Yeah, I think probably the first thing that comes to mind is just the chemistry amongst the group, the team that's out there. Just having time to practice after that 11-game road trip. I felt like that's what it was. Just having that time, it just builds confidence with each other. It gets people on the same page, understanding where people are going to be in certain moments. Just them getting some time together. We came here and it was that back-to-back, and that was just it was just tough. I think we were down, 5 or 7 with 5 minutes to go in the third, and I think we just ran out of gas at that point.
There was one time that I asked Aliyah and Caitlin, it was after the first win in LA, just how are you doing mentally? How impressed have you been since the wins have started coming with what they're doing away from the court? And I mean, chemistry is good, but in terms of just the mental aspect of just riding the wave of everything that this team has had to endure.
Yeah, there really hadn't been a scouting report for us on that part of it. We're kind of having to ride this wave together and figure it out. For me, their mental health was so important, and it is still important. I mean, some of the expectations are so high for this young team, and where we are right now it's just kind of where I thought we would be in this year 2 of this, rebuild, adding some new players. But these guys, they've just shown so much resiliency. And I say it all the time, they just keep showing up, and our goal is just to keep getting better every time we have the opportunity.
Go on Zoom. Tony, you want to start? Then we'll go to Scott.
Yeah. Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Hey, my man.
Exactly halfway through the season, entering today. I'm curious what you think is the biggest positive you've gotten out of the first half and the thing you need to work on the most in the second half.
Yeah, probably the thing that I've been the most proud of is just how we've improved on the offensive end. Kind of just what I talked about. I mean, we've crept up and we're sitting in a pretty good spot about halfway in most of the offensive categories. And I think that will continue to get better. I feel like after the break, during the All-Star break, we'll have time to really focus more on the defensive end. Not forget about we're going to work on that offensive end, but just that defensive end where we can work on some things, add some things to our toolbox that we can do during games that we haven't had time to really work on.
I'm curious if you've had any pitches to others about the All-Star candidacies of your players.
What did he say?
Any pitches about getting any players to the All-Star game?
Have I had any pitches? No, I'm just, man, I'm looking for the next game that's on our schedule. That's what I've been worried about. Those things are going to come. Excited for those guys when that gets announced later, whoever that might be.
Go Scott, then Matt. Stay on Zoom.
Yeah, Christie, to that point, it sounds like you don't know just yet. So then I want to ask, what do you expect that moment to be like when you figure out who and how many of your team are able to be there in Phoenix?
Yeah, I mean, that's just an exciting moment. I mean, that's a great accomplishment for these guys. Last year, when we found out that Kelsey Mitchell had made it for the first time, that was just such a great moment for her. So it'll just be an exciting moment for whoever gets that nod, and will get to go to Phoenix and play in that All-Star game.
Stay on Zoom with Matt, then we'll go back to the room to Chloe. Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Christie. For you guys to sort in your last 3 games, for you guys to sort of crumble at Chicago in late, and then lose by double digits to Seattle, then to turn around, win late against Phoenix, call a play for Kelsey with 40 seconds to go for the go-ahead basket. Just how fulfilling is that for you as a head coach?
Yeah, anytime you have a moment like that, I mean, I heard you say, Chicago, I think you said fall apart. Like, those are things that just, that's what we're learning and growing from those moments. And, we are able to show those moments, talk about those moments, replay those moments at practice, and then just to have the moment in Phoenix where we, had been working on something, and, we were going to take whatever the defense gave us, several different options. And Kelsey Mitchell stepped up big time and knocked that shot down to put us up.
On the front, Chloe.
Yeah, you kind of mentioned this earlier, and you just ran out of gas last time you guys were here, but I believe last time you led after one quarter just with ample rest. What do you think you guys can do tonight?
Yeah, I think we have to, there's several things that we have to do to give ourselves a chance to win. We gave up 31 points in transition against them last time. We've got to make sure that we are, that's turning the ball over and taking good shots. We've got to make sure that we only allow them one shot opportunity. And then we've got to get out and run, and we've got to execute. And that puts us in a position when we take high percentage shots and knock shots down, we get an opportunity to get back and play good defense. So yeah, I think, 7 games in 11 days. And we were a back-to-back. I think they had played 4 home games at that point. So yeah, I think, we'll have a little more gas in our tank tonight.
Thank you, Christie. You've been able to coach Caitlin now for half a season. Tremendous growth individually, collectively. What are you most proud of as you watch her progress through the rookie season?
Yeah, I really, just the way that she's bought into this team and her teammates. She really works hard to make sure, like, she gets a lot out of the assist that she has to her teammates, and it's cool to really see them talking a lot more. When everything's new, everybody's trying to figure it out. Now they're more on the same page and they're communicating, not just on the offensive end, but the defensive end as well. But she's just improved along with her teammates from day one till now, and just really proud of her and her growth and her buy-in to this team.
Last one in the room in the front row, then we'll end with Sabrina on Zoom.
Coach, last game, the Fever outscored the Aces bench. How do you plan to maximize the bench this game to ultimately try to get a win tonight? Yeah,
we're gonna, our focus on offense is to get out and run. And so, it's really hard if you're going to play at the pace that we want to play at. You've got to have people to come in and give some good minutes. And I think we have a great bench that's able to do that. And, with the roles that they've been given, they understand what they need to do on both ends of the floor. And that's, I have all confidence in the people coming off the bench tonight to give us what we need during those times.
Last one on Zoom. Sabrina, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Just speaking about that pace, it seemed like at the start of the season, I don't know if it was like conditioning or having not played over the offseason, but Aliyah didn't seem to be on the same pace as the way you guys have been running recently. What do you attribute her comfort with Caitlin's pace and how well that has worked over the last 10 games or so?
Yeah, no, I think it was just a new, with the new teammates and the chemistry and the timing of things, I think that had a lot to do with it. I think she had missed some shots early, and like I've said, she's the hardest on herself, and I think she got really down in those moments early. And but she found her footing, she got back. So I attribute it to just the newness of our team and the newness of trying to understand timing and chemistry with each other, and then also just anytime you lose confidence, it just takes some time to get that back, and she got that back. And she's doing great things for our team right now.